Hey guys, this is Bauski, and welcome to another awesome shoutcast. Today's shoutcast is not brought to you by Arcasted, and is actually brought to you by Extraneous himself. This is probably the very first or second time somebody has asked me specifically to cast one of their games, so I'm deeply honored. Thank you, Extraneous. You've made me feel very special. And yeah, if you guys want me to cast your games, feel free to send replays or drop me a line at a bauski.sc2@gmail.com or find me at Reddit at username Bauski. So either way, either or, 6.5 diamond. I don't know. Anyway, let's start with a game. On the top right, we have today as a red Terran, the player Dabs, and our nice uploader slash link sender person as a blue Protoss. We have Extraneous. This will be Extraneous' third game that I've casted in 3 days, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, still very excited to watch this game. PvT is probably one of my favorites. PvT I think is really hard on both sides. Either side you're on, you feel a definite pressure coming on. And this map is pretty new, so it'll be interesting to see how people play. This map is called Yeonsu LE, and as you can see, it's kind of got an interesting feel to it. I mean, the natural is here, the choke is small, but then into the natural there's this breakable, destructible rocks ramp right here, and then there's quite a wide ramp here, which leads to another ramp, and then another opening that leads to a third that can be taken from the back. With hidden trees and whatnot, and another ramp here with a rock tower as well. So all sorts of weird things going on this map, so it'll be interesting to see what goes on and what kind of playstyles both players go for. So far back at Extraneous' base, we have a gateway and a cybernetics core going down with one assimilator, which is all fairly normal. He got the assimilator as soon as he could after the gateway, probably gonna go for the warp gate. And seeing as how he's going for the second assimilator, he'll be open to well, I was gonna say he'll be open to any kind of tech that he might want to go for, but now, I don't know. I don't know what kind of thing he might go for. Maybe three gateways into warp gate attack, or maybe for fast nexus. But if he was going for fast nexus, he would have probably started it before the cybernetics core and assimilator. But judging by this probe moving down right here, I guess it is going to be the Nexus. He just wanted to be a little extra careful and get that mothership core before he got it out, which makes total sense, because usually Terran can put on some kind of early game shenaniganry with some Reapers or run by Hellions and whatnot. So here we go. Back at Dab Space, we have a second refiner going down as soon as the command center started up, and now that the command center has started, he's probably gonna go for the 3 barracks himself. Here's 1, and here is 2, and Dabs is just making a couple more Marines right now. So both players just getting their builds going. No special type of play so far, and interestingly enough, neither player has really scouted to see what the other person is doing. And I'm quite surprised, especially when both players are going for such macro heavy builds. Here we have the Marines moving out just to check for any stray proxy pylons going on. And Dabs making his command center into an orbital command, and then gonna put down the bunker and put down that orbital command. And we'll probably see a quick factory going down. Meanwhile, at Extraneous' base, we have all of his probes moving down, and the second assimilator fire going down, and we're gonna finally get to see what kind of tech Extraneous decides to go for. Both players playing relatively safe. This bunker will keep him safe from any kind of early gateway pressure for now. And both players actually moving down their probes as well. The factory has gone down. And with the mothership core and the 2 stalkers here, and especially with the photon overcharge, the Protoss is safe, the Terran is safe, and yeah, nothing really too bad going on. Nice scan going down. Sees the double forges, which probably makes Dab feel a lot safer. He's probably feels, especially after seeing just one gateway, he's like, well, either the other 2 gateways are in the front, or he's about to make them. And with the double forger, he's probably not going to attack me for quite a long time. Dabs is a slightly supply blocked right now. Is he making another supply depot? No, he has not just yet. So he's in kind of a pickle here as he goes for that starport. Here is the final supply depot going down. Production at the barracks has stopped for just a second, and that's going to slow down his push that usually comes with the double medivacs. So we'll see how that goes for Dabs. Extraneous with a good amount of money here, putting down 4 more gates for a total of 5 gates right now, and he's taking 2 more assimilators down in the bottom. And both players just playing relatively econ focus. Finally, Dabs is going for those upgrades as well. So both players will be at a steady 1-1 when whatever it is going to happen. Dabs, I'm guessing, is probably still going to go for that medivac push, or at least some kind of medivac drop if possible. And is he still? He's still slightly undersupplied, but with one SCV there constantly making supply depots, we'll probably be alright in a couple minutes. And Extraneous taking this time at this point to get out a bit more units as he moves into a Twilight Council. And I'm guessing with the Twilight Council, he's thinking of going for some kind of archon tech of some sort. And hopefully, maybe we'll get to see some Blink or some Speed Zealots. And here it is with the double medivacs now. Dabs is moving out with a handful of Marines and 1 Marauder. I really don't think this is enough of a army to do any kind of scary push towards Extraneous. And he's going to have to be careful with these medivacs just kind of moving along by themselves. Thankfully, they're just stopping right here for now. I don't think Dabs has any idea of what's going out in the front there. But Dabs, oh, here's 1 Zealot moving out right now just to see what's going on. 2 Zealots starting to move out towards the Zelnaga Tower right now. And hilariously enough, so far, Dabs doesn't know about what's going on over at Extraneous' base, and now he's pushing in. The pylon's going to be the first to take the attack, and Extraneous, half of his army is kind of left in the back, but as I've said before, this is just not enough units, and now that these Zealots are down here, and Zealot's charge is almost finished, Dabs is definitely going to have to move back down. And Extraneous is slightly blocked right now. With the Phoenix, he's gotten a very good scout of what's going on, so he probably doesn't feel too scared. And Dabs does one more scan in Extraneous' base just to see what more is going on. But he sees nothing particularly interesting, and Extraneous going for that quick 2-2. And with charge lots with 2-2, he's going to have a good timing where he could just push in and see what he can possibly do. This is just not enough units, especially with 2-2 and speed. These units are going to kind of melt down, and Dabs is going to take the battle to Extraneous' base once more. And I guess because of the chokes, Dabs has a nice, nice position here, and especially once he puts down, is able to part his armies up and drop maybe in the main. The problem with getting speed lots is just that for defense they are it's hard to use them for any kind of drop defense, unlike stalkers. So here we go, 1 drop getting ready to be poked into the main, and then I'm guessing Dabs is going to try to draw out Extraneous' Zealot army out into the open here, and then possibly he could just drop right in afterwards, which would be very cool to see if that kind of tactic is used. 2-2 for Dabs is also going pretty well, and ghosts are being made quickly, so Dabs has made the right call. Oh, 1 drop already in the main here, and another drop in the natural. Extraneous is being pulled back on both sides, and he's lost quite a bit of units in the Nexus right now, and a focus fire on the Twilight Council, which is going to be a pretty big deal here. And as Extraneous' army tries to move in to defend against this, almost getting that medevac. But yeah, Extraneous has now been put into a problematic situation. The mineral count shows that Extraneous is, or Dabs is almost 3 times the income right now. So Extraneous in a pretty hard place, and he's thinking about pushing out. It's I think it's a good idea. He's in a position where he has to do some kind of damage, and another scan goes down, and let's see where the scans were. I don't even know, but Extraneous army slightly messed up right now. A proxy pylon gonna go down there, which will be nice, but like I said, this choke is pretty brilliant, and one good EMP goes down, it could be pretty bad, but there goes the EMP, there goes the ghost, and all of these units are kind of getting stuck in all the wrong places, and the micro battle is lost by Extraneous, and Dabs is able to do enough damage here, and now Extraneous is out of an army, whereas Dabs has a decent amount of units and still can keep on producing. With the 3rd base down, Extraneous is in a pretty hard position, and I think pretty soon, Dabs is going to come in with a pretty big army push, and here it is. Dabs knowing exactly how much he's lost and how much Extraneous has lost. He's starting to push down the middle of the map, and is Extraneous going to be able to make enough things? Psionic Storm isn't done, and even if it's done, there's just not enough energy, and the push is going to come in so much faster than he anticipates. Here's a scan to see what's going on, and you see that there aren't enough units, and Dabs is just going to push in right now, and he can just stutter step micro away from these zealots, and he doesn't even really need to stutter step, and all of the zealots go down, leaving only one archon, and the archon goes away pretty quickly. This High Templar was saving up energy, but not enough energy saved up. And there's a GG from Extraneous, and Dabs takes the game. Ooh, that is pretty exciting stuff. Pretty back and forth, and yeah. Thanks to Extraneous for sending in the game. Good job to Dabs for winning. And I wish I could help Extraneous in some kind of way, but I'm not exactly sure in what a good Protoss response to PvT bio is. I think a Zealot charge, charlot archon is a pretty hard style to play. It takes a lot of scouting and knowing the timings pretty well, and as we saw in that game, once the double drops start, it's really hard for charlots to have a good defense for it. I think the best defense you could possibly have in charlot style against Biomedevac is just to keep some charlots inside the base, like maybe 5 here, and then keep the rest out here, you know, just so that when the drops do come in, you can start warping them in. Not only that, but you'll have 5 zealots already there to be able to respond with it, especially because zealots are just mineral cheap, you know. It's not like it takes a lot of gas, so just kind of a tip for Extraneous. And once again, thanks for uploading the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And like I said in the beginning, if you guys want me to cast one of your games, please feel free to send a link to bauski.sc2@gmail.com, or just find me on Reddit with the username Bauski. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.